today's topic basically will be the 9 essential habits of success and wealth. So I'm going to list down for you 9 essential habits which, if you acquire in this new year, can be able to help you attain success and wealth in everything that you do. So I will start with the first habit. So the first habit, number 1, we say live with passion. In other words, by passion, we're basically talking about what you really desire or love to do. In other words, everybody has got some areas of passion. There are people who are passionate about caring about people. There are people who are passionate about handling mechanical objects. There are people who are passionate with singing. There are people who have passion in various areas. So you find that in those areas, they are basically what you can call the area of genius. Some people are passionate about running, athletics and so on. So you'll find that once you pick your passion, you're a singer, you're a comedian and so on, you'll find the area whereby when you execute your actions, you'll be seen as a star, you'll shine. There's less resistance in those areas, rather than if you went to a certain area whereby there's a lot of resistance, and even though it may be your profession, but then you find that it's an uphill task. You're in that profession, but you feel you're misplaced. You'd rather be in another profession because you're not passionate. So what we're saying this year, sit down and then search your soul and find what are you passionate about. And that area, create a profession, create a job, create a business out of it. So that you'll find that when you serve people on that area, when you're aligned with your passion, you'll produce excellence. And of course, people want excellence and quality service. So you find you'll be a star like any other star. So the second thing that I would like to talk about is make a different choice. In other words, the choices that we make are the ones which drive us in different direction. So you find that today, where you are is exactly where you're supposed to be because of the choices you made, say, the past year. Those choices were driving you. Every day you make a different choice, it changes your direction in life. Therefore, once you take inventory of the past year and you see the results that you made, identify areas which you're not happy with. From there, you'll be able to know the kind of choices. List down the choices you had in the past year which produced that result. So that you don't say you failed, but you've learned something. So that the past events in the past year, call them learning experiences. So that in this year, make different choices. So once you make these different choices, they will drive you now to a different direction. And you should make sure that these choices drive you towards your passion. Because now you're living a life which is passionate, and similarly, the choices you're making are aligned to your passion, such that at the end of that, you'll be a star. Now, the third one, habit is you should develop a deep conviction. In other words, faith. We've been told that faith can move mountains in the scripture books. So when you have faith about something, in other words, you believe in something that you've not yet achieved, but you really believe you'll achieve it and it's possible. So when you develop a deep conviction, basically you find that your body emotionally, you find that there's some power that is generated within you and it drives you to achieve the thing you're focusing on. So if it's your passion, you find that once you have a deep conviction that you can make it and you can do it and you can excel, you're a star, that faith itself can be able to move the mountains which others say is before them. Now, the other one is habit. Number 4 is, we say, believe what you cannot see. You see? When you believe in what you cannot see, you see? That's how you bring new things into the world. When we talk about innovation, people come up with new models of cars, computers, mobile phones, TVs, etc. These people, they believe in what they cannot see with their physical eyes, but they can see them with their inner eyes. They can see them. When they close their eyes, they can see them in their imagination. So once they see them in the imagination is a workshop. We say, if you can be able to see it in your imagination, you will hold it in your hand. So it is very important that you believe what you cannot see. So if you believe what you do not see, and you have a deep conviction about bringing it to realization, and you make the appropriate choices, and it's in an area of your passion, then you'll become a star with that. Now, most people actually do not know how far they can be able to stretch themselves in various situations. And that's why the next habit is, we say, go beyond the possible. What you say is possible, even right now, people may have said that getting a vaccine at the initial stage of the COVID-19 was impossible. But then there are those who said it is possible, the scientists and so on. So they pushed through the limit. And at the end of the day, the whole thing became possible. Even those who tried to land in the moon, people are saying you cannot come from Earth and go to the moon. Those were impossibility thinkers. But then the possibility thinker said it is possible. And after many years of research, attempting, failing, though we say failure is success manifesting negatively, they learn from their failures or mistakes, and they continue correcting until at the end of the day, we had the plane landing on the moon. So we say, go beyond the possible. You can still move ahead. Now, another habit when you want to achieve your success, we say you should begin with the end in mind. In other words, think back from the future. So there is a way people think back from the future. Today, in the present, we all desire so many things which you do not have right now. It may be a car, it may be real estate, it may be you want maybe a TV, maybe you want new clothes and so on. All those things are available in the future, but not in the present moment. So what normally happens is that your mind acts like a magnet. So what you put in your imagination, what you see in your imagination is attracted by your mind. In other words, your mind is a magnet. It can be able to attract opportunities, people, and situations. You become more alert to things that can make you acquire what is in your imagination. So we say, think back from the future. So when you sit down this year at the beginning, you are supposed to look at in 1 year's time, in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time, what is the end? What would you like to see in your life, your family, properties, wealth, everything, your health? You should see it in 1 year time, in 6 months, in 3 months. So once you've clarified what you want in 3 months, in 6 months, in 1 year, then think back from the future, come now to the present time, and then lay out the milestones that lead to that future. From there, you'll be able to see the things you're supposed to carry out, activities on a daily basis until you reach that end. So that is why that habit is very important, Because people normally, they're in the present and they want the thing right now. You want that car at this minute. You want a matatu, you want an aeroplane at this particular minute. That is impossible. First, go to the future, see yourself in 3 years, 10 years with that aeroplane, then come back today. Then start, develop the milepost, the things you're supposed to do on small bits, step by step. The Chinese say that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. So once you do the step 1, you will have 999 steps remaining. If you carry up the second one, it will be 998, and so on, until eventually you will have climbed, or you have covered the 1,000 miles. Now, many people, dreaming is simple. Most people dream. And the only problem why those dreams are not achieved, because dreams are in the skies. And basically, you need to put a ladder so that you can be able to, the dreams can come down to you. So normally we say with the dreams, we should give a deadline. So dream with a deadline. Every dream put a deadline. By when? If it is a car, by when do you want that car? If you want to buy a refrigerator in your house, by when? Once you put a deadline, then you can be able to plan. If you say it's within 12 months, within 6 months, within 3 months, you will see the urgency, and the plans will be different. A plan to acquire a refrigerator in 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, and in 3 years and 10 years, those plans are different. So it is up to you to know how urgent. So that dream you have, you need to put a deadline on it. So the other habit, we say concentrate your power. That is focus. If you see a laser beam is light, but it's focused. The sun shines, but the light is scattered. Even your torch, if you put it on, the light is scattered. It is not powerful. But with a laser beam, the light is so focused at a point whereby it can even break a diamond. So when you focus your concentration on a certain subject, for example, you want to play guitar, and you put your focus on playing the guitar, you put everything else aside, you just focus on that. You come to meet people who can teach you various techniques on how to play the guitar. You'll come to see articles. When you move through the internet, you'll see so many topics on things which you could have not have seen. And it's the same thing, like, for example, if you've not bought a car, you can walk on the street and not notice any, you just see vehicles. But the day you buy a certain specific model of a car, you think you are alone. But once you start driving it, that concentration, as you look at vehicles, you start seeing many people with the vehicles similar to the one you bought. Even dresses, you can buy a dress today. Initially you thought nobody had it, but once you have it, as you concentrate in looking at people, you start seeing more of what you bought. So concentration is a very powerful habit, so that you focus on your goal. Once you focus on your goal, then you'll see more of it than anybody else, and that's why you'll be able to achieve it. That's why you produce excellence in that activity. And lastly, we say the habit is do not be discouraged. In other words, we're talking about being persistent. Be persistent. And we say never ever give up on your goal. Know that your goal will be achieved over time. And as long as you continue going, you are heading towards your direction. Even if you miss, you find a roadblock on the way, find a way to either break the roadblock or make a detour and pass the roadblock. But eventually, even if you're late, we say it's better late than never. You will ultimately reach your end. That is what I wanted to discuss with you today, the 9 essential habits of success and wealth. So kindly can subscribe to my channel so that you can be able to receive my daily updates of the videos that I produce. Because if you subscribe, you click the bell down, anytime I produce a new video, you'll just get an alert on your phone so that you can be able to be updated. Thank you very much. Have a happy and prosperous New Year. Thank you.